Oh God, well, you could say we got away with that there. You could say that United were lucky in the end to get that injury time winner, but you know what? We kept on going to the end. Rangers played their part in what was a scrappy game, not much quality in it, poor finishing from both sides, keepers both busy, and in the end United just scraped it. And do you know what? When you look at everything that's going on right now, when you look at what's happening with Manchester United, everything around the club, and I used to say bad luck, poor performances, unlucky in certain moments, conceding from set pieces, everything that could possibly go wrong with Manchester United is going wrong at the moment. And a night like tonight, you just take it, don't you? You just take it and you just go with it, because that's what this team needed. They just needed to back up the other performances in this competition and put it to bed, and we pretty much have now. 15 points, tucked in at fourth. I think we just need a point. We probably don't even need a point in the last game with the amount of games that are going on and teams below us taking points off each other, but still 1 point in Romania at Steaua Bucharest and this is done. Well, again, performance-wise, will Ruben be happy? A little bit happy with certain individuals in this game. Bayindir is Man United's #1 goalkeeper. I think there's no shadow of doubt about that now. I think Ruben Amorim has to trust in him. I thought he was solid. I thought he kept United in the game in parts in the first half. Couldn't do anything about the goal, unfortunately, but he definitely played his part there, I thought. Another good performance today from Toby Collier. He took his chance, so really happy with him as well. Simple things, just kept it easy, kept the game flowing, sat in that hole, did his job, let Bruno do his thing, and Eriksson, I thought had a decent game as well, because Collier was next to him, very industrious. Very clever, very neat and tidy. I think that's what Collier is. And if you've got someone with that nous and someone with that experience around him like that, who, like when we used to have Ryan Giggs, and Eriksson just had that little bit of a runner around him so he could play his game. Bruno dropping in and helping out there as well. And we didn't get too overrun tonight in midfield. I know it's Rangers. Rangers are not doing great and they're not the best opposition, but you can only beat who's in front of you, and that's 7 games unbeaten in the Europa League right now. And we'll cling on to anything that we can get our hands on, let's be honest. Confidence, well, can we go into Fulham with that and say that we're all convinced and Manchester United have turned the corner? No, not a chance, not a chance. But we're now safe in Europe, I feel, and I think that is probably the most important thing out of everything. That's probably what Man United fans will cling on to in this tonight, is that, you know what, we can look at this at least and say we're where we should be. 4th in the table in this league, like I said, and now moving on to Romania. That is what you've got to take from this. And some decent performances, like I said, from them players. Another shout out as well in that game there to Garnacho. Now, I did do a video before we came out here talking about Garnacho, the bid coming in from Chelsea. He's done his value and he's done his cause with coming back into Ruben Amorim's side. No harm at all there, really. Industrious, good workman-like performance from him, getting up and down. Do you know what he did do in the game today? He got some crosses in, he got some first-time balls in. He didn't have to do that extra thing. He wasn't taking too many touches. It was out of his feet, it was bang, it was gone. And that's what we need from our wingers sometimes, just mixing it up. Tucking inside, shooting, yes, that's good. Doesn't always come off though. But we got some percentage football played there today, and we got some crosses into the box that caused a little bit of damage. Another thing to pick out on today's game was Man United's set pieces were actually decent. Maybe playing so many games against bleeding Arsenal has taught us a thing or two and how to hit a cross into the box, because that's where that first goal came from. That for me was massive. That was, do you know what? And it's that momentum thing, that shift in momentum, that moment in a game. Whereas before it's gone against us, we've had that set piece that's just gone in, we've had a scrappy deflection, something like that. We stayed solid, we stayed in the game, we didn't take too many risks, like I said, industrious and moving forward, playing basics and just keeping it simple. And then we got a little bit of luck. Butland coming in for that cross, don't know what he was doing, right amount of pressure, but that's all come down to decent delivery. That was just down to Manchester United making the most of their set pieces there today. We should have had more from them as well. There should have been a goal in the first half. I don't know what that decision was. I've seen everybody at home looking at it as well, saying that wasn't a foul. If that was in the Premier League, De Ligt would have had a goal there, and that might have been a different game. United may have eased into it. So when you think about it there, De Ligt's goal goes in. We score from the other corner, which goes in off Butland, and we get the goal. Agate should have scored that header. He headed it, good save from Butland there as well on that set piece. So United making the most of certain situations. You know what? It is about momentum. When the games are tight, like they have been in these games, like Bournemouth was tight up until conceding that goal. Brighton the same, and Nana drops the clanger. And them bits of momentum have been going against Manchester United. Tonight, I think we got it on our side. And then we got to the end of the game thinking we're seeing it out, we were unlucky not to get a second goal, and bang, Harry Maguire was sat there in the press conference yesterday. It's not the system. It's not what we're doing anything wrong with what Ruben's telling us. It's our individual decision making, our individual errors and things like that that are costing us, not being switched on. We have to take responsibility as professional footballers to actually rectify this. And that ultimately is where United have been failing. Lo and behold, a ball over the top, a nothing ball. He misjudges it. Forward does a little bit of a shove in the back, plays clever centre forward play, wasn't a foul, definitely not. United would have been disappointed if we'd have had a foul give against us for that. Good centre forward play, and what a finish it was. I said Bain didn't stand a chance with that shot, he didn't. And you were thinking the worst case scenario yet again. Manchester United gifting a lead away in the dying minutes of a game and throwing it all away, all the work and everything. But up steps the man again, Bruno Fernandes. He just keeps shutting people down. Didn't have his best game tonight, but the importance of this man and what he does and what he brings in these moments for United over these bad spells and what's been going on over the last few years is valuable, and it's irreplaceable right now. I don't think there's anyone that brings what Bruno brings to the table for Manchester United if you sold him. And tonight, captain, stayed going to the end, didn't let his performance, which I said is poor, get on top of him. Carried on, I said it before, peach of a cross from Martinez. All the credit goes down to that ball, but Bruno's there where it matters. And we needed that goal. We needed that goal desperately. We are lacking in goals. That's the one thing that United are really struggling with. Because Ruben's system will open up chances for the opposition. We will give chances away. But what we will do also is create chances. And we have created chances. We just haven't got anyone to finish it. Ahmad should have scored. We scored one with De Ligt. I thought Garnacho should have scored with his chance in the first half. Agate should have scored. Harry Maguire should have scored. Manchester United, in reality, in terms of clear-cut chances tonight, should have had 6 or 7. And you're going to think I'm just bigging this up to be something that it's not, but it's realistically, Harry should have scored, Agate should have scored, Ahmad should have scored. We had a goal disallowed and we scored 2. So they're the numbers there right in front of us. We are doing things right. I will make sure I do take a bit of a rain check and say, look, it is only Rangers. We ain't beating anyone massive here today. A bigger test is Fulham away, a team above us in the Premier League, and that's where we've been struggling. Can we take momentum again away from a midweek win into the weekend? We didn't do it last week after beating Southampton and going into the Brighton game. Can we do it this weekend? Look, honestly, today, just about getting that result and getting comfortable in this league table, because this is massive for United. Europa League is huge, and you know what? The fan base needed that. The atmosphere was good here tonight. It felt a little bit different tonight. It felt like a European night at Old Trafford tonight. Rangers fans who are still in here played their part. They were spectacular. I don't know how they got into certain sections of the stadium. United need to look at that, because it is laughable, and everyone online has been looking at that. Honestly, there's Rangers fans everywhere in this stadium, and how that happens in EOS, I do not know. Fans not wanting to come to the game, selling tickets to Rangers fans for what I heard were £300 to £600. We will see. Honestly, get your comments in below and let me know what you thought about the game. We'll be back in the morning, obviously, with the roundup show and all of the reports going around, transfer speculation, probably a big update on Garnacho coming in the morning as well. So please do get your comments in below. Let me know what you thought of the game tonight. Who was your man of the match? And United move on. Like, share and subscribe, everybody. Cheers for watching.